I am sweating vigorously because I have just finished skateboarding, because here in Texas, it's legal, nay, encouraged. Right now, more than ever, people are obeying the laws. Even skateboarders are obeying the rules that the government has set before them. It is a wild time and very understandable. In rocky times such as this, science is king. So what is there for a skateboarder to do? Texas has just passed an essential services and activities only law. The governor of Texas has made a point not to call it a stay-at-home order because he doesn't want people to have the impression that they should stay at home. So for people traveling to Texas from any other state, like your boy from New York City, there's a required 14-day quarantine, and check, 14 days is officially up as of yesterday, but we're taking extra precaution. Plus also in New York, I did a 1-week quarantine before I even left. So 21-day quarantine total so far, and I'm feeling strong. Even the governor of New York, Cuomo, says shelter in place is a scary term for people because they think that people will misconstrue what they're trying to imply. The rule for Texas is you can leave for essential services like getting groceries, and actually they put jogging on it. So I was curious as to what it meant by activities, because as a skateboarder, I want to know, am I allowed to skateboard, at least legally right now? And wouldn't you know, I found this list right here that says allowable recreational activities: walking, hiking, running, dog walking, biking, rollerblading, scootering, and skateboarding. I'm kind of offended that skateboarding is so far on the list, but skateboarding, wow, that's allowed. Interesting. I'm starting off this video saying that because I think a lot of people see that what I'm doing, going out skateboarding, is illegal or against the rules and regulations, but you have to look deep into the law and how it is. And with me, I'm a very analytical human being. I like to know every facet of what the actual essential rule is and what I'm capable of doing and what's healthiest for me right now. And it is essential for people to maintain physical activity, but to try to limit themselves from any other human being at all. You don't want another creature like yourself with the human eyes and the mouth near you. You don't want that, but you definitely need to get physical. It is my jogging, it is my physical activity, and it's also very legal, and the government makes a point for people like me to do these things in times like this. That's why in Texas it's not called a stay-at-home order, because they don't want people to misconstrue the law. And it feels crappy to sit here and try to defend myself, especially to an audience that I think understands me to a deep level. But I understand right now it's such a confusing time, and we're all worked up, and it's really easy for us to point fingers and yell, but I promise that I am taking this extremely seriously, to the point to where in the last 3 weeks I haven't seen another human within a 6-foot vicinity besides my beautiful fiance. Now that being said, I'm going to go skateboarding legally, completely alone. I found a skate park that was about 20 minutes away, and after arriving, of course, I made sure there wasn't a single soul within a 20-foot radius of the skate park. If you start off in one corner of the skate park, you have a small slant, so you can go up and do tricks and go back down, or get speed for the hubba or handrail or stair set. And there's a Euro gap if you're going the other direction. There's also a ledge on top backside, which I doubt that many people actually skate. This leads directly into a wave that goes into a corner quarter pipe setup, or you can go to the right and skate the A-frame with rails going down each side. Or you can go to the right of that and there's a slanted wall that you can skate. On the other side of the slanted wall is the rest of the skate park. There's a perfect flat ledge that seems about the right length for someone like me. There's this long manual pad with a little rail next to it that just looks incredibly fun and like you can do a lot of creative stuff on. Then there's the middle setup of the skate park. There's a Pier 7 manual pad on both corners. There's a 2-stair. There's a tiny handrail, and you can just skate the 2-stair if you're a new skateboarder. Then of course there's a perfect flat rail. Next to that, there's a manual pad to manual pad. It's a little slanted and with a ledge on top so you can be even more creative. And then here where I'm standing right now, there's a long, mellow, curved ledge. I'm already gonna say this This is one of my favorite skate parks I've ever skated in my entire life. I know, I'm way too positive and optimistic about all the parks I skate because I have fun everywhere, but this one is genuinely built in a way that I feel like you can truly be creative very easily, and I like the fact that everything is kind of low-key. It's a little low to the ground. It's just more fun than it is gnarly, and of course, you know, I like that. It's also incredibly windy right now to the point where I don't really want to skate the stairs or the handrail or anything, because if your board blows away from that, you're gonna get hurt. So I'm gonna focus on this little area right here. I'm gonna try to come up with some tricks that I can do for Instagram and that are creative and cool. So let's try to tinker. First of all, I did not expect the wind factor while trying this trick. Unbelievably windy and affected the trick greatly. Also, for some reason, the nose manual was very difficult to hold, especially to turn back into the rail to do the nollie backlip shove out. It took me about 35 minutes, but we got a trick for Instagram. I can't even throw my board down because the board's wobbling as I'm going to put it on the ground. As amazing as skateboarding is, I genuinely get so angry when I slam like multiple times in a row trying a trick that I shouldn't be slamming on, a trick that I think I can land, but apparently I cannot. I get so frustrated that I genuinely could just break my camera, throw my whole entire camera back into the ocean, have my car explode next to me, and I would just feel better because it would just be relieving the anger that I feel from not landing a trick, from the universe throwing me on the ground multiple times. So annoying. And you know what's funny? I still haven't skated that middle section. So I'm gonna skate that middle section now. Try not to do any tricks that make me this angry, so hopefully we can calmly have fun on this part. Too windy to try anything cool. The reason activities like jogging and skateboarding are still legal right now is because the people who set the rules know how important it is to still get sun exposure and outside air. Fresh air, sunlight, and improvised face masks seemed to work a century ago, and they might help us now. This is an article about how essential it is to get fresh air and sunlight. Put simply, medics found that severely ill flu patients nursed outdoors recovered better than those treated indoors. A combination of fresh air and sunlight seems to have prevented deaths among patients and infections among medical staff. There is scientific support for this. Research shows that outdoor air is a natural disinfectant. Fresh air can kill the flu virus and other harmful germs. Equally, sunlight is germicidal, and there is now evidence it can kill the flu virus. I say this because I haven't just been out and about freely like, I like to skateboard and cause trouble for people. Doctors who had firsthand experience of open air therapy at the hospital in Boston were convinced the regimen was effective. It was adopted elsewhere. If one report is correct, it reduced deaths among hospital patients from 40% to about 13%, according to the Surgeon General of the Massachusetts State Guard. The efficiency of open air treatment has been absolutely proven, and one has only to try it to discover its value. The thing is, I might have to explain something along these lines in every video I put out from now on, because it seems like I'm just out breaking rules trying to cause havoc. If you look at the research and the science, it is very important right now to get sun exposure and fresh air more than ever, while simultaneously not putting anyone at risk, finding extremely open spaces. And unfortunately, this is much easier said than done for people who might be in New York City. If you are in New York City, you cannot find open spaces. So obviously, I'm not gonna be like, everyone in New York, go outside and get fresh air, it's important, because you kind of can't without running into another human. Luckily, I'm in Texas. After 3 weeks of self-quarantine, it is likely that I don't have it. Obviously, I can't just know that for sure, but I love making videos so much, and I've had so many people reach out to me directly through messages and emails about how, regardless of what people are saying right now, people are on edge. They're gonna say things that you might not like, you might get annoyed, but know that a lot of us have support for you, and vice versa. I have a lot of support for people out there who want to try to keep creating in moments like this, because it is hard to stay motivated, and I appreciate the heck out of anyone who is attempting to do so. All that being said, seriously, thank you for watching this video. I hope that you're still trying a little bit. If you're not, totally understandable. It is a hard time to get motivated. We're all sleeping in right now. We're not getting it every single day. A lot of us can't even work. It's a really sad and hard time for people, but I'm going to keep creating content because that's what I like to do. It's what I know to do. And I really hope that you got some entertainment out of this video, maybe some information that can help you moving forward. And yeah, most of all, I just hope you're entertained a little bit. Maybe I made you smile at some of the tricks I did, and maybe it got you pumped up to go outside and do a couple push-ups, do a couple sit-ups, and get some exercise, go jogging, avoid human beings. And if I did do that, I'm glad. That's the only reason I'm here. Humans, thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Progress daily and keep killing it!